Snow White and the 7 Little Dwarfs. Once upon a time, there lived a sweet and gentle girl named Snow White. She had skin as white as snow, lips as red as a rose, and hair black as the night. Snow White's stepmother, the queen, was proud and vain. Every day she stood before her glowing magic mirror and asked, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?" The mirror always answered, "You are my queen." But one day the mirror replied, "Snow White is the fairest of them all." The queen was filled with anger and jealousy. To escape her wrath, Snow White ran deep into the magical forest, where the tall trees whispered and birds flew above her in a flurry. In the heart of the forest, Snow White found a tiny little cottage. Inside were 7 small beds and tiny dishes. It was the cozy home of 7 kind dwarfs who worked in the mountains. Snow White was tired, so she lay down and fell fast asleep. "You can stay with us," Dwarf said cheerfully. Snow White agreed and helped them. But the queen found out that Snow White was still alive. She went into the forest and offered Snow White a shiny red apple. As soon as Snow White took a bite, she fell to the ground, fast asleep, under a terrible spell. The dwarfs came home and found Snow White lying still. They were heartbroken. Gently, they placed her in a glass bed in the forest, surrounded by beautiful flowers. Day and night, they stayed nearby, keeping watch over their dear friend. One day, a kind prince wandered through the forest and saw Snow White. He leaned down and gave her a gentle kiss. Suddenly, the magic spell broke. Snow White opened her eyes and smiled. The dwarfs cheered with joy and danced around them. Snow White thanked the dwarfs and rode with the prince to his shining castle on the hill. There she lived happily ever after, surrounded by love, sunshine and laughter. And so her story became a tale of kindness, courage and true love.